Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today's video will be on a classic Sudoku by R. Kumaresan. Kumaresan has given us many classic Sudokus in the past and they have all been received very well. If you want to check out his Sudokus, you can see the previous videos that we have posted on the channel. Most of his Sudokus will be on the Classic Sudoku and Techniques playlist. So you can check out the videos on which we have covered many of his Sudokus. He is an excellent author. His notable contributions include Sudoku Grand Prix, Asian Sudoku Championship 2020. He excels in writing handcrafted Sudokus. And if you want to try this Sudoku out yourself, check the online solving link given in the description of the video. And after trying, please come back to watch the video. And before we start solving, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please subscribe to the channel now. We'll really appreciate if you support us by subscribing to the channel. So the rules of the Sudoku are classic rules. Each row, each column and 3x3 box will have digits from 1 to 9 without repetitions. So having said that, we'll start solving the Sudoku. Okay, the first thing I see is 1 is in column 8 and 9, which means that 1 is going to be in one of these two cells. And there is a 1 in row 8 and 9 that gives us a 1 here, and which gives us a 1 here. And because of the 1 in column 5 and 1 in row 1, we get the 1s here, that gives a 1 here. And 1 is in row 5 and 1 is in column 5, so which means that 1 must be in one of these cells. Okay, so I don't think we can place any more 1s or narrow down 1s. So maybe let us look at, okay, I see quite a few 2s, let us look at the 2s. So you have 2 in column 1 and 2, so which means that 2 must be in one of these cells. There is a 2 here in row 6, that gives a 2 here. And 2 is in column 5, 2 is in row 4 and 6, which means that 2 goes here. 2 in row 9, 2 in column 5, so 2 goes here. And 2 will be in these cells, all classic using simple scanning technique, so that gives a 2 here. Okay, I don't think any more 2s can be placed or narrowed down, so let us turn our attention to maybe 9s. So you have 9 in row 8 and 9, so 9 must be in these 3 cells, but 9 is already in column 8 and 9, so which means that we get our 9 here. So 9 is in row 2, 9 is in column 6, so 9 must be in one of these cells. 9 is in row column 1 and 9 is in column 2, so 9 must be in one of these cells. And we can place the 9 in box 5 now, because 9 is in these cells and 9 is in row 4 and 6, we get a 9 here. So and that's about it. How much we could do with these 9s. Okay, 7 in row 5 and 6, so that gives a 7 here. So far the Sudoku has been proceeding without much difficulty. So we get a 7 here. Okay, 6 is in row 4 and 6, that gives a 6 here, right? So which means that we can place the 1 now, because 1 was in these two cells. So we can place the 1 now, and that gives a 1 here, so no more 1 here. So we could place all the 1s, and because of these 6s, so we get the 6s in here, and that gives a locked pair. So we can place a locked pair there. 6, 9 will be locked into those cells. And 6 in box 7 has only 2 cells left, can't be here and can't be here, so 6 would be here, which means that 6 must be in these 2 cells. And now 6 in row 2, because of the 6 is in boxes 1 and 2, 6 has only 2 cells left in row 2. So which means that this cannot be a 6, so this would be a 6. And that gives 6 in one of these cells, just going along with the 6ers, but 6 can't be here, so this would be a 6. And that gives a 6 here. So very smooth start to the Sudoku, guys. So much a pleasing start. So I think we can focus now on writing candidates into the cells, because that doesn't seem to be much. So maybe we can focus on the 4s a little bit. 4 goes here and nothing much. So let us start by looking at rows or columns which are already filled with givens, filled with a lot of givens. So 1, 2, 3, 5 or your digits 6, 9. So which means that remaining candidates are 4, 7, 8. So let us write them. So this becomes 4, 8 because of the 7 here. And this would also be a 4, 7, right? We have locked 6, 9 and 4, 7 are the remaining candidates. Okay, so if I look at, let us look at column 9 because it has 6 digits. 2, 4, 7, 9, 1, 6. So which means that the remaining digits must be 3, 5 and 8, right? Oops, sorry guys. Somehow the given digit got replaced. Sorry, should have selected it. 3, 5 and 8. So let us look at row 4 now. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. So remaining must be 3, 4, 5. Oh, we have a 1 here. We got a 1 here, right? Which means we could place the 1 here. So which means that this is not a 4. So this is a 3, 5. This would be 3, 4, 5 and this would be a 3 and a 4. So the next thing we need to look at is maybe row 5. 1, 2, 7, 9, 4 and 6. So this must be 3, 5, 8. And this also must be 3, 5, 8 because we have placed 2 in one of these cells. So both of these cells can't have a 2 and cannot have 1, 4, 6, 7 and 9. So let us look at row 8 now. So row 2, row 5 and row 8. There seems to be something over there. So 1, 2, 4, 9, 5, 6. So which means that 3, 7, 8, 3, 7 and 3, 7, 8 because 8 can't be here. So this would be 3, 7 and 8. So if you look at this cell, it cannot be 1, 6, 7, 9, 2 and 8. So this must be a 3, 4 and 5. This must be 3, 8 for the box because 7 is here and this must be a 3, 7 and 8. So I am just trying to fill in cells which have very limited possibilities. So 1, 7, 9, 2 and 6. So 3, 4, 5, 8. So this cannot be 5. This is 3, 4, 8. And this cannot be 4. So this is 3, 5 and 8. So if I look at column 3, this cell can't be 8, right? So this has to be a 3, 5, 9 and this would be 3, 5, 8 and 9. I'm not going to write 4 candidates. So let us write some candidates in this box. So 1, 5, 6, 8, 9. So remaining must be 2, 3, 4 and 7. You can't have 2, 4 here. So this is 3, 7. Okay, you have a pair guys. The moment I wrote that, I noticed a pair. So which means that 1, 4, 6, 9, the remaining must be 2, 5 and 8. So you can't have 5, 8 here. So 5, 8 gets locked here and that pushes the 2 to this cell, right? Which means that this is not a 2 and we get the 2 here. So which means this becomes a 3, 4 and you have a 5 in this cell. Okay, it's not really helping, so let me remove that because if we had 5 pencil mark here, we could have made use of that, so it's not helping us. Let us look at maybe this column 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. Remaining candidates are 3, 4, 5 and 8. So you have an 8 here, so this must be a 3, 4, 5. This would be 3, 4, 5 and 8. So if I look at these rows, 8 is in these 2 cells, 8 is in these 2 cells. Okay, I'm seeing something here guys. So maybe you would have got the idea with the with what I was saying just previously. So here we have a nice hidden technique. So if you want to find the technique yourself, please pause the video. I will pause myself for 5 seconds. Okay, so at this point we have an Xwing in the grid guys. So I'll show in highlighted cells. So these cells form the Xwing, right, in a rectangular pattern. So if you look at rows 5 and row 8, 8 has only 2 cells in row 5, that is row 5 column 2 and row 5 column 8. And similarly 8 has only 2 cells in row 8 column 2 and row 8 column 8, which means that whichever of these happens, For example, if this is in 8 is in here, 8 goes here, and if 8 is in here, the 8 goes in row 8, the 8 goes here. So which means that the rest of the cells in that column cannot take an 8, right? All these cells. So some of the cells are givens, that is not a problem. So but in general, when you have such a pattern, this is called an Xwing, and it happens in classic Sudokus. In advanced Sudokus it happens a lot. So when you have such a pattern, when you restrict the possibility of a candidate into 2 rows and exactly the 2 columns in a rectangular pattern, so you can do this. So you can eliminate 8 from all the yellow cells, right? So which means that we have covered a lot of Sudokus on which had Xwing previously on the channel. Be sure to check them out. They are all in the classic Sudoku playlist. So which means that this cell is not an 8. You can eliminate the 8 from here, because just you can assume what happens. See what happens if 8 is here. 8 is removed from both of these cells, and in rows 5 and 8 both the 8s go into this column. That is not possible, right? So because of this we have a 4-7 pair, and that gives an 8. Beautiful, guys. So which means this is not an 8. And now this cell is going to be 3, 4, 5 for the column. We placed an 8. So 8s can also be eliminated from these cells, right? Let us make use of them. So this would be 3, 4, 5. And these 2 cells can't take 8, cannot be 1, 2, 9, 6 and 8. So they would be 3, 4, 5, 7. You have a 7 here. So this would be 3, 4, 5. And this would be 3, 4, 5 and 7, right? Okay. No other digit can be eliminated, I think. Okay. You can eliminate 8 from these cells, right? So which means that they can't be 1, 2, 6, 8, 9. So they would be 3, 4, 5, 7. 4 is here. So this is 3, 5, 7. And this would be 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. Let us not make so much pencil marks. Okay, so what do we do next? Oh, this is superb, guys. So because of this 8, we could eliminate the 8 from here, and look what that is doing to row 3. We have a 3, 4, 5 triplet. Beautiful, right? So handcrafted Sudokus are so much fun to solve, guys. The author's intended path is so satisfying when you find them. So 1, 2, 7, 3, 4 and 5. So remaining candidates are 6, 8 and 9. So this would be 8 and 9 because of the 6 here, and this would be 6 and 8 because of the 9 here. So let us remove the corner pencil marks now. Okay, we have packed the grid all with the digits almost everywhere, guys, except these few cells. And still there seems to be some technique that we are yet to spot, right? One, 2, 6, 7 and 9, right? So 3, 4, 5, 8. 3, 4, 8, 3, 5, 8. So I'm just seeing if I'm missing something here in the form of some digits which are to be eliminated. 1, 2, 6, 8, 9. So 3, 4, 5, 7. So 8 goes here. We have already seen what happens if the 8 is here. I actually forgot to add a little bit. You can also eliminate the 8 from these cells, right? Because 8 is in one of these cells, so 8 could be eliminated here. That is just obvious thing to see. Three, 7, 8. So this will also be 3, 5, 7, 8. Okay. There seems to be something maybe going on with the 5s, guys. 5 is in one of these cells, and 5 is in, okay, we have 3 cells for the 5. So we could have got one more Xwing if this were not a 5. Okay, we can't use the concept of finned Xwing here because we could have eliminated 5 from these cells because this is the fin to this Xwing. And if we had a 5 pencil mark somewhere here, we could eliminate the 5 pencil mark, right? Because that would have been led to a contradiction. Okay, I'm missing something here for sure. 7 must be in these cells. 7 must be in these 3 cells. Okay, 6, 9, 1, 2, 8, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, what is the technique here? Oh, come on guys, I missed a simple thing here. I was looking for advanced things all the time, and there is a simple thing that is hidden right in front of my eye. So sometimes these kind of blindness happens. So this becomes a 3, this becomes 7, this becomes 3, and that 7 gives a 4 here and a 7 here, a 4 here. And these two cells must be a 4, 5 now. And 4 can be eliminated from here, and this one becomes 1, 2, 9, 4, 6, 8. So this would be 3, 5, 7. And now we have only 2 more cells left in the grid. So why not let's pencil mark them. 1, 2, 6, 9 and 7. So this would be 3, 4, 5. Can't be 8, right? Because of the Xwing. So 1, 2, 6, 9, 7 and 8. So this would be 3, 4, 5. And this is going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, 9. Can't be 1, 2, 4, 8, 9. So 3, 5, 6 and 7. So every cell is pencil marked in the grid, guys. So let us start looking at the 4s. You have a 4 here, so this is not a 4, which means we have a 3, 5 pair, so this becomes a 4. And this is not a 4, this is a 3, 5. So 3, 5, 8 triplet, that gives a 4. And we could place 4s in the grid. So I don't think we can place any more 4s. All the 4s have been placed. So let us see for something else. I'll remove the highlighting. The Xwing is done. Okay. Okay, I see something here, guys. Not sure if this is going to help us. So if you look at rows 3 and row 5, 5 is in one of these 2 cells exactly, right? So during the last parts of solving a Sudoku, always look for candidates which are in exactly 2 cells, and you can maybe from that line maybe get some Y-wings or skyscrapers or anything. So if you see this row 3, 5 is in one of these 2 cells, and if you look at row 5, 5 is in one of these 2 cells, right? So what this basically gives us is, this is called a skyscraper technique. You can eliminate the 5 from this cell. So we know that because 5 has only 2 possible positions in rows 3 and 5, at least one of these cells would have to be 5. Because if none of these cells are 5, then both of these cells become 5 for rows 3 and 5, and we have a contradiction. So which means that at least one of these cells will be 5. Both can be 5, not a problem, but at least one of them would be 5. So you can eliminate 5 from cells which do not force a 5, or which remove 5 as a candidate from these cells. So in this case, you could have removed 5 from all the highlighted cells, right? Because then they would remove the 5s from here, so which means that this is not a 5. Superb. So we have a skyscraper here, so this is not a 5. So we found an Xwing and now a skyscraper. I don't know what more is in the grid. So we eliminated the 5 from here, and is that giving us something? So 3, 8, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 8, 3, 5, 8. Okay, I don't think anything is there. We just need to focus maybe on pencil marks, which on cells which have only 2 pencil marks, maybe, not sure. Okay, we have a 3 here, right? So we could make some simple eliminations. So this becomes 7, 8. So we can maybe clean up some pencil marks. 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay. Okay, this 3. So this becomes 5, 8, right? And because of this cell being a 5, 8, you have 3, 7 here, and this becomes a 5, 8 now. And we get a 5, 8 pair. Beautiful, guys. So I think the Sudoku is going to get over. So you have 5, 8, and that becomes 3, 7 now. Oh, a lot of cells with 2 pencil marks, guys. Surely there must be something. So 3 is in one of these cells and 3 is in one of these cells, which means that 3 must be in one of these cells, and which means I could have eliminated 3 from here. Okay, not much there. Oh, okay. 3 and 9, 3, 5, 9, 3 and 5. Okay, there seems to be something here, guys. I'm not sure if this is helping us. So you can eliminate the 3 from here, right? So if I have the 3 here, let us see what happens if you have a 3 here. This quickly becomes 8, 7, right? And because of the 3 here, you get a 5 here, right? Now look what happens to this cell. This can't be a 3, this can't be a 5, and this can't be a 7. So which means that this is not a 3. It's a very narrow deduction to see. It may or may not help. So let us remove the 3 from here. So this becomes a 5, 9. Can't be 3, can't be there. And remove the corner pencil mark. So is that helping us? 3, 5, 9, 3, 5, okay. Maybe 5s are playing a role now, not really sure. This is doing something, 3, 5, 8, 9, right? So this is a 3, this is 8, this becomes 9, this becomes 5, this becomes 3. So 3 has only 2 possible cells in column 3. Can this be a 3? Oh, I don't think this can be a 3, guys. So, yes, it's really difficult to see, guys. So, maybe I'm not sure if there is something straightforward or some technique which you can define clearly instead of a chain. So, for example, this cell cannot be a 3, guys. So, if you have a 3 here, look closely what happens. This becomes 8, this becomes 7. And you have a 3, 5 pair in these cells, right? So this becomes 3, 5 because of the 7 here. So this becomes 3, 5 and this becomes 3, 5. You have a 3, 5 pair here. Now look where the 5 goes in this box. No place for the 5. You place the 3 here. 5 is also eliminated here. So which means that this is not a 3. So at best I think I would call this as a chain. Those kind of things are really difficult to see in classic Sudokus. So you just need to think along a line and see if that leads to a contradiction. Really difficult, easier said than done, but with practice you should be able to see in advance. So which means that this is not a 3. This becomes 5, 8. Maybe you guys would have continued by using some easier steps at this point. I'm not able to find something easier than this. So this becomes 5, 8 and that gives a 3, 4 pair here. Hopefully that should complete the grid, I think. So, okay, 3, 4, that gives us 7 here and 8 here. The grid should be over, guys. I'm seeing a lot of digits that you can place now. So this becomes 8, this becomes 3. Because of this 8, this becomes 7, this becomes 3, this becomes 5, this becomes 8, 3, 5, 3, 5, 8, 5, 8, 9, 5, this becomes 6. This would be 9 and because of this 5, this is 3, this becomes 8. So these two cells must be 6 and 7. You have a 7 here. So this is 7, this is 6 and this 5 resolves this 5, 4 pair and this 4 resolves this 4, 3 pair and this 8 resolves this 8, 5 pair. And with that we have completed this Sudoku, guys. We saw 2 powerful techniques at the start, Xwing and Skyscraper, and that helped us continue in the grid. However, at the later point, at the very end of this all, we had to spot 2 chains. It was difficult. They were centered around columns 2 and 3. They were really difficult to see. It's not easy to spot them. So hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this Sudoku and got to learn a thing or two. Please let us know your thoughts and comments, and do let us know if you found something better after this skyscraper. So we'll be happy to know that. So take care until we see you soon with a video. Bye bye.